Andrew McCART, IFL TV, proudly sponsored by Everlast. I'm here with Jono Carroll. Jono, 3 days here I think we've been, man. How are you finding it?
Oh, I'm here now 4 days, but no, it's been nice, mate. I've been enjoying it. What a bleeding view. It's just life is good, mate.
We did try and get that view outside, but it was too bright outside and you were coming in dark, so we had to do it inside. I don't know if I can pan that out right there, and hopefully it'll focus in there. Now you can see Jono's view. Look at that. That's what Jono wakes up to every morning.
And it looks better when it's sunny as well. I'm not gonna lie, it looks really amazing when it's sunny as well. So for me, it's a few little days in paradise before we bring Andy Vince to hell.
Yeah, there we go. Let's talk about it then. I mean, let's go to yesterday then at the press conference. We know there was going to be a war of words between you two. I mean, I remember the last time in June when the show was cancelled. So what did you make of what was being said with him, that you're on vacation and you haven't been training? Like, I know you live in Marbella. Yeah. Do you know what I mean? I know that in your doorstep you've got the harbour and whatnot and stuff like that. So what did you make of his comments?
His comments just didn't make sense. I was a bit taken back. Like, he was like, oh, his energy was different to the last time. The last time I was over here, I didn't know whether my kid was still in hospital 5 weeks at this stage. I mean, my amazing woman was like, no, go away, you need to focus, you need to do your thing. So I left on her say so. She was like, no, you need to go. So, but my kid was fucking in hospital for a very long time, you know. It was still in hospital even when I got back. I didn't know whether my baby was going to live or survive or die, you know what I mean? We already lost one. So, like, for me, it was like, yeah, my energy was different. I was fucking over here to sacrificing crazy amount of shit and being away from the family for 5 weeks, and then the fight didn't happen. I'm going home broke, fucking 20 grand into the camp or something, you know what I mean? I was like, yeah, fucking right, my energy was different. I wanted to smash your head in. I didn't have COVID, you didn't have COVID, so like, you know, my fight I was hoping was still going to keep going. So yeah, my energy was different already, but now, like, my baby's at home, he's fucking happy, content with his mother, he's out of hospital, everything's good. So yeah, my energy's different. I'm in a fucking much better minds. Everything is better for me, so I don't care about Andy Vince. Like, man, yeah, like, it just goes to show that he's been stalking me Instagram, or his people has been stalking me Instagram. I don't know, but that just goes to show that he's focusing on me and not on himself. Whereas I don't follow him. I don't care what he's doing with his life. You know what I mean? Yeah, I'm gonna go on jet skis. I live in Marbella. I live a good life. You know what I mean? I'm gonna have barbecues. It's fucking sunny every day. You know, like, I'm what? You know what I mean? I can still eat a healthy barbecue. It doesn't, like, you know, it's just same as cooking. It's a barbecue, muppet. But I was just shocked. I was just like, what's he talking about? The clown. But I have a gym in my house even, you know what I mean? I have a gym right at my doorstep down in Marbella as well. So, like, it's just, for me, I'm a 24-hour committed professional. I don't do anything else. He was doing bleeding PTs and all. Like, someone was telling me that, like, they were obviously watching this thing. I was like, oh, so he's doing PTs. I was like, I don't care what he's doing in my thing. But he may be in the gym, but if you're training other people, I'm not training other people. I'm fucking training myself and going home and chilling, putting my feet up and looking after my kids and being present with me beautiful family. You know what I mean? Making memories and creating memories. So, yeah, I was a bit taken back when he started talking all that rubbish. But at the same time, it just goes to show that he's been, like, thinking of stuff to say before the press conference even happened. And
it did look scripted a wee
bit. It looked scripted. I was just like, oh, loser. Like, I just let things flow. I don't care what I say, whether it's good, bad, or average. I just enjoy it and embrace the now. You know what I mean? Appreciate the now. I was there, I was sitting on that stage with a lot of legends, you know what I mean? I was just thinking, like, this is fucking great. And then he opened his mouth and I was like, oh, shut up, you clown. But I was still enjoying the presence of all the legends that was on the stage. So it was good. It was a nice little press conference. I enjoyed it.
I do want to go on about this whole show. Like, I mean, MMA legends and Anderson Silva and Tito Ortiz and Vito Belva, legend Evander Holyfield, David Hay coming back. I mean, it's just surreal, but we will get on to that. But I want to stay on Andy just now. Then we came to the weigh-in. I mean, it looked like you were just going to do a normal face-off and then it exploded again. I mean, it doesn't seem like it's not going to take much for you to piss each other off. So, I mean, just talk to me about that.
No. See, the thing is, I'm just having fun with it. I'm in a much calmer state, peace of mind now. Like, I'm ready for the fight night at this stage. So I don't need to talk. Every time we've come face-to-face, he's never been able to just have a stare down. He always has to open his mouth and say something. Like, yesterday he started off with, like, that's a nice suit. I was like, oh no, thank you, my brother. I was like, do you like the hat? You know, like, I was just like, whatever, like talking shit, because I don't care. The fight is happening now. So the talking is, I don't need to talk. Like the fight is happening, it's on the way. I'm gonna smash you. When it's only gonna be me and you in the ring. You're not gonna be talking then when I'm hurting you. So for me, I didn't care. I'm usually the one that does all that and gives it all that. But at this moment in time, I was like, I don't need it, because I know he has a big mouth. So it was just like, I was just smiling in his face the way, and I knew he was gonna say something. I forget what he fucking said, but he just started like doing a lot of something, and then one thing led to another, and boom, I erupted. But I was just having fun. I was just enjoying it. You know what I mean? I love. I'm gonna smash your head in and all. I don't know what I said. I don't even know, because like I just live in the moment. I genuinely don't even know what I was saying. But it was fun, because I like all these things, like all this part of boxing. Some fighters don't like to be in front of the camera. Some people don't like doing the weigh-ins. They just want to do the hate press conference. Now I enjoy all this. Like, this is fun to me. I like playing mind games and playing with people. Like I noticed a few times. Once when I seen him that time when the fight got cancelled, when I put it to him, he backed away. And then yesterday at the press conference, we done a face to face. And once I stepped to him a little bit, he backed away. So in his subconscious, he didn't even realise that he's doing that. But I now, because I know the mind and I know the mind works and all, like I was just like, I seen that and I was like, that's a chink in his armour. When shit gets tough, he backs up. So like today, then I said it to him. I was like, and when I said it to him, then he pushed me, because he knew, don't back up. But he started to back up. You can see it. Watch the video. He started to back up. And I was like, yeah, that's right. You back up, bitch. I was like, you back up, because every time I step to you, you back up like a good little bitch. That's what I said. And then he pushed me. But I was just telling the truth. Like, the thing is, a lot of like shit talkers and that, they talk shit.
Yeah.
I don't actually talk shit. When you actually listen to the stuff that comes out of my mouth, I speak real shit. You know what I mean? I say like, yeah, it ain't bullshit, it's real shit. You know, like I only speak the truth. And some people don't like it when I do it, and some people just don't care, you know what I mean? Like, but it pushed Scott Quick's buttons and it's pushing his buttons. I just know he's just very weak. He's very weak minded and he doesn't realise it.
So, like, obviously, all these legends that are going to be at the top of the bill, and David Haye, Joe Fournier, Anderson Silva, Tito Ortiz, I mean, also Evander Holyfield and Vitor Belfort. But your fight's the only, can we say, real boxing fight, genuine fight against two elite professionals in their prime and the top of the rankings and whatnot. So is your fight going to be the fight of the night? Are you going to steal that show? And what is the key, two parts to this question, what is the key to beating somebody like Andy? I mean, obviously you've studied him, but what is the key to beat him?
To be honest, I haven't really studied him. I studied him in the last camp a little bit, in the first time when we were meant to meet. And this time I just didn't bother. This time I was just focused all on myself. I mean, I genuinely believe that if I'm at the best of my abilities and I'm in the best mind state, I just believe I beat them all. I believe I'm a world champion already. Like, I have it wrote down in my little black gold book there, that like I'm gonna be a world champion in 2022. Sorry. And I actually have to 2021 to 2022 in a little thing, and then I have, or maybe before then, but WBA, and I have a little smiley face. I'll show you now in 2 minutes. It's in the bathroom, because I always keep it close when I pick it up and read it a few times a day. But I genuinely do think our fight is going to be the fight of the night, because obviously it's two hungry people. We're both at that stage in our careers where it's like a make it or break it fight for both of us. And I do believe it is going to be a really competitive fight for maybe 4 to 5 rounds. And then I think my speed is going to take over. I'm going to start making a miss, and my speed is going to take over. And I'm going to punish him. I'm going to punish him a lot to the body and stuff too. So I genuinely believe I have the beating of him. And he was talking about some rubbish yesterday. Like, I look better. That's when I was like, yeah, except that beard, mate. Like, but like,
as you did say, my beard's better than yours.
Yeah, because he started talking rubbish and just going off point. You know what I mean? Whatever he got asked about, he was like, I think I'm better than him physically, mentally. Like, I even look better than him. Like, it's not a fashion contest. No one gives a fuck what you look like. You know what I mean? And I was like, yeah, except that 90s perverted looking fucking pedo beard that he got going on. He just started talking rubbish and going off. Like you said, scripted. He had all these things that he wanted to say way before the press conference, whereas I don't think them things. When I go into a press conference, I just let things flow and just let it come out. So to answer your question, I just believe that it's going to be the most competitive fight, but there's going to be certain aspects to his game that I'm going to be able to expose, and I just don't think he's the fastest boxer. So I think speed beats him all day long.
You mentioned the world champion 2021, 2022. I mean, right now, your division is getting spoken about because Oscar Valdez, obviously, and Conceição's fighting Saturday night. You've got...
Tonight, isn't it?
Is it tonight, is it?
I think it's tonight.
Is it Friday night? Yeah, it's tonight. Yeah, you're right, sorry. Yeah, and then obviously Jamel Herring and Shakur Stevenson. I will come into that fight, but your thoughts on Oscar Valdez? We all know about what happened about the is it VADA, I believe, came back with a positive test with some sort of steroid. Yeah, 2 positive, A sample and B sample, and then still getting to fight by the WBC. So, Jono, what's your thoughts on that?
To be honest, I try not to have opinions on other people's life and other people's careers. That man can do whatever he wants to do. You know what I mean? It's not my life. It's not my. I try not to speak bad about people, and my grandmother used to always say, "You don't have anything good to say about anyone, don't say it at all." So I prefer to avoid that question and not answer it, just for the simple fact that I don't agree with the sports being like an athlete who was punching people. I don't believe that we should be on those type of drugs or whatever he had in the system. But like I said, I just don't want to have an opinion on him because it's not my career, it's not my life, and then. All around, if he feels like he needs that to be a champion, that's all well and good. But his team, whatever, done whatever. But I think it's up to then the commission, VADA or whatever, to pull him on it and ban him or do whatever. So it's up to the commissions to keep fighters safe, and I'm all for keeping fighters safe and stuff like that. So. Yeah, but like I said, I don't really want to have an opinion on it because it's not my career, mate. You know what I mean? I don't like to speak bad on other people. I just, whatever, when you speak bad on someone else, it usually comes back on you. So I'm not going to have an opinion on it. But I don't agree with drugs in the sport.
Yeah. Well, the fight itself then, Robson Conceição, I hope I have said his name correctly, gold medalist.
Yeah, big man as well.
Yeah, he's a lot bigger than Oscar Valdez, definitely. So do you know much about him? How do you see this fight going?
I actually don't know much about him. I've never even seen him box before. I'm not a big boxing supporter. It's mad. I've said it to a few people before.
You said it to me before, yeah.
Yeah. I just don't really watch boxing. Even in my own division, it's mental. Like the WBA champion, I never seen his fighting. I genuinely don't even know what he fights like. But I know I want his belt. You know what I mean? So like
that's the main thing, mate.
Yeah, so it's mad. I'm a bit weird like that. I just don't care for boxing. I love the sport. I love what it's done for my life and what it's transformed me into the man that I am today and everything else. So I love what it's done for me personally. But like to watch people box, like it's not boring to me. I enjoy like the top elites fighting each other and that. Like I will definitely be tuning into like even Valdez, and I'll watch him. I'll watch that fight because he's a world champion. I will watch Shakur Stevenson against what's his name, Jamel Herring, because I like both of them are decent fighters. You know what I mean? And I really think Shakur Stevenson is one for the future. I think he's a great fighter. A lot of respect to him. So I will definitely watch them. I only watch the elite fighters. But like this fella with the WBA title, I think he only won it a year ago or something like that. You know what I mean? I don't know. I just don't know him yet. So I don't care even to know him. I just want his belt. That's all.
There you go. Well, go to Shakur Stevenson and Jamel Herring. We saw Jamel Herring, what he did to Carl Frampton out in Dubai and stuff like that. And you mentioned yourself there, Shakur Stevenson, one for the future. Yeah. I mean, tough fight to pick. Is it a 50-50 fight, do you believe?
No, I don't think so. I think Jamel Herring has his time. He was a great champion. He served his country very proud with being in the army and everything else. And he's been a great champion. So I just think it's time. I don't know what age he is, 32, 33 or something 33. Like that. 33. Yeah. So I just think it's time for all these young guns to come up and fucking start. They're hungry. They're more hungry than these. All that. Like I want to be retired at 32, just for the simple fact that when you get to a certain age, you start having niggles, you start having pains. You can't push the body to the limits anymore. You know what I mean? I think Shakur Stevens is still fresh, young. He's very skillful. I just see him winning the fight all day long. I can't see the fight going any other way. But at the same time, Jamel Herring can bang and he's a good fighter too. But it's like Shakur Stevens is so elusive and stuff. Like it doesn't matter if you can bang if you can't hit the bleeding target. You know what I mean? Yeah, so it's like I just see Shakur Stevens winning all day long.
Oh, there you go then. You mentioned that you would be retired at 32, but you're on a
33 because I think I'm gonna make good money. I think I'm gonna make good money in the later parts of my life, and then I believe I will have a world title at least at that stage. So. It depends how much money I'm getting off of that 32, you know what I mean? It's going to be hard to walk away if someone's offering me bleeding 5 million quid, you know, like millions. But at the same time, like I just want to earn a nice chunk of money, and move on to the next chapter in my life. Like, you know, close this chapter on boxing, go into business and do whatever I want to do business-wise. And I'll always have money coming in, but boxing definitely will give me a head start.
The reason I was going to ask that was trying at 32 because you're on a card with Evander Holyfield at 58, 59 next month. David Haye, 40 years old, do you know what I mean? And you've got Anderson Silva and Tito Ortiz, they're in their 40s as well. Vito Belfort's in his 40s, I believe 38, 39. I mean, these old guys, I mean, for a fighter, you say you want to retire, but sometimes for a fighter, it's hard to retire. It's hard to stay away from the game because they enjoy it too much and it's been a big part of their life. So your thoughts on Evander Holyfield coming in at 58 years old?
I only had this conversation with my coach yesterday. I hope he comes out of the ring the same way he goes in. He already seems a little bit punch drunk, if you ask me. Stuttering a few times yesterday, and I was like a bit lost for words there, mate. Like I don't think it's a good thing for him to come back. But I know how much money he's getting. This motherfucker offers me that money, I'm taking it too. You know what I mean? So like, I don't know. I don't think it's good, but I just hope he's alright. I hope he gets out of the ring alright. Belfort is no joke. Belfort can pop. And I only today I watched Evander Holyfield do the public workout, and I was like, he looks slow and all, you know. He doesn't look the same. He's not the same fighter as he was back in the day. So, you know, you have the likes of George Foreman who done it, but he was a beast, like, you know what I mean.
I think he was 48 when he done it, was he not?
Like that's what I mean. It's 10 years in the difference, like, and he done it great, but you could see he was still not the same. He just won on his experience and whatnot. I don't know. Like I said before, I don't like to have bad opinions on people, but I just hope he's safe. So like that's my own opinion on it. Is I hope he's safe. I hope the man gets out the same way he got in. You know.
Definitely, I totally agree. I asked Vitor Belfort that question. Like, do you have concerns about the way everyone else is having concerns about? He said, "Listen, trust me, I'm not going in there to hurt anyone, and I've never gone in there to hurt any of my opponents and stuff like that." Exactly. So it's going to be interesting anyway. It definitely is.
I'm not gonna lie. Like I don't want to hurt anyone either. But if you're at the sign that contract and we're getting in the ring, I'm gonna hurt you. I don't care like what age you are. It's either it's killed or be killed in there. I don't give a fuck. Like I'm one of them fighters. Like if we're all grown men here. We're all making adult decisions. If I'm signing that contract to fight, like I'm gonna hurt you. My mindset is to hurt you, and if my mindset is not to hurt you, then I don't belong in this sport. Simple as that. Like I wanna hurt Andy Vince when I get in there. I have now like, I hope he's alright and goes home because Mrs. alright. Now I wanna fuck him up. You know what I mean? I wanna hurt someone. So, I wish I had the power that all these motherfuckers did. Then I could hurt someone. But you know what I mean? Like my mindset is like, nah, we're going in here. If we're signing a contract to fight, we're gonna fight.
David Haye then, I mean, we all know his injuries and stuff like that, but again, you mentioned there when I was sitting at the front and I was looking at you and I was looking over at Andy and then I was looking at David Haye and Joe Forney and then Anderson Silva and Tito Ortiz and Evander Holyfield and Vito Belfort, and I'm like, then Donald Trump came on and then Donald Trump Jr. and I'm like, what the fuck is happening? So, I mean, yesterday for you with that Donald Trump on the phone, because I remember me and you looked at each other and we went, what the fuck?
The just went,
yeah, that's right.
I was like, this is madness. This is mind blowing. Like, it's just what a card. Like, what? Like, the thing is, I remember watching Holyfield growing up. I remember my dad was a massive supporter of David Haye. Like, I remember watching him on like even Soccer AM and all. You know what I mean? I remember watching him on loads of things just because I liked his personality. And now it was mad. Even today, David Haye asked me for a photo. I was like, this is fucking crazy. But David Haye was like, hey, Jono, can I get a picture with the future champ? I was like, yeah, of course, mate. But to me, I was like, fucking deadly. Like, it was mad, you know what I mean? It was crazy. I can't wait till my dad wakes up so I can tell him that. But my dad was like a massive supporter of David Haye. So like I always watched him on the telly. He was just growing up as a kid. He was always on the telly and stuff like that. But the likes of David Haye, I think he always looks after his body. Look at him. He's always in shape, no matter what. Like, so for him, I don't think the transition is as hard. And yeah, Evander Holyfield might look in shape, but like he's still like, I don't know what sort of juice or whatever he's on, but like it ain't helping him mentally. You know what I mean? So I still think he's a bit punchy, but I think David Haye is I think he's not that bad. You know what I mean? He's still young enough that he can still fight. Like Joe, I'm friends with Joe. I like Joe a lot. Like I just hope that he doesn't get knocked out because David Haye can pop. That's one thing.
Even if he just puts a half swing into it, man, it's still.
Man, he's a big man. I was joking with Joe earlier, like because I was getting a signed glove off David, and Joe was like, "Hey, where's my glove? Did you not want me to sign a glove?" I was like, "Nah, mate, you're alright." Like joking with him because he's my mate, you know. Like, but I was just joking with him. But like David Haye, he's been there, done that. He wasn't lying all the stuff that he was saying. Like, has Joe tasted that blood? Has he choked on blood a few times? Has he had like blood leaking from his face into his eyes and not been able to see? Shit, I have. You know what I mean? Like, it's so. But the best, they're really good mates. It's mad hearing them. But the story is true. Like, the story, how the fight came about is true. I was talking to Joe about it and that. And like, so there is a little bit of niggle there. Like, they do want to sort it and that, but it's mad that they're like walking around, they're like best buddies. But like, even just for an example, in the back today, we done the weigh-in, and David was like, Joe was getting his shorts and whatever else and his top back on, and David was like, "Oh, you look small, boy. You look small." So there's still like banter going on between them, even backstage. Yeah. But it's good to see the two lads just having a laugh and enjoying it. You know what I mean? Yeah. It's a mad different vibe. The energy in this card is different, because usually it's like everyone's. Now I had to say, I seen Tito Ortiz making way. He was struggling. He was
still £10 over.
Still £10 over.
Yeah, he came in at 200. He was meant to be £5. Was it 195? Well, £5 over. So it was meant to be 195. He came in at 200.
Yeah. Well, I was speaking to him on the way in. He was like, "Oh, he was in bits." He was like, "Please, just let me go on and weigh in now, and then we'll do the official weigh-in like later on, like, you know, like do the official weigh-in now, and then I'll just weigh in, you know, because he needed to get some stuff." He's like, please, no, he was fucking praying nearly there just to get on. He was in a bad way, but I then said to Matt, like, "What did you lose last night?" Because I know them UFC guys do it heavy on the weight cut with the water and the hot baths. Like, I do a little bit on the hot baths myself, but like not like them. He lost £14 last night, and then lost £6.5 this morning. I was like, yeah, and Andy came in £10 over, so imagine, you know what I mean? But his head is like a bleeding basketball. His head's huge. He's a big man, like, you know. So yeah, like, I don't think it's healthy for people like that to be at his age to be cutting weight like that. It's not healthy for me. I'm only 29, you know what I mean? So like, I don't know, but at the same time, they're making a killing. All these lads are making serious money, a lot more money.
You're all making money, and I'm not.
Yeah, I'm making good money, but like, these are making money, real money that's like life changing. You know what I mean? If we get these type of money that these lads are talking, they'll pull me out of retirement too.
No, I'm making money, man. I'm enjoying it. Listen.
Look at me.
Look at me. Listen, I'm not grumbling. I've got the best. I'm so lucky to do what I do. I know for a fact I'm so lucky to do what I do. Donald Trump commentating on your fight. The former president of the United States, Donald Trump, and he's going to watch you fight. He's going to commentate on you. So if you land a right hook or a body shot and it drops him, man, can you imagine what his reaction going to be? What's your reaction going to be when you watch your fight back? It's mental.
Oh, it's so surreal. It's just a weird thing to even contemplate. You know what I mean? It's just such a strange.
Did you ever think that would happen?
No, not in a million years. I never thought I'd meet the man. Never thought I'd see him and bump into him. Anything. It's just the fact that he's going to be commentating on my fight. It's just a surreal moment. But like, even sitting on that stage was a surreal moment with all them legends. And then when even seeing the son, I was like, "That's cool, lads." Like, and then boom, he rings on the phone. I was like, "Whoa, this shit is great." But then to know that he's going to be commentating on my fight, it's just mad. Triller has really pulled a few rabbits out of the hat this time, you know what I mean? Because like, even just to listen to him commentating is going to be interesting.
Like, seems like he knew his stuff a little bit in when he was on the phone.
But I think them old school, because you can tell by Donald Trump he's an old school like man's man, you know, that way. Like, so you can tell by them that they love the fight game, you know what I mean? And then like that, he had the Trump, what was it called? The Trump Hotel, was it?
Trump Hotel,
yeah.
In Atlantic City.
So he like hosted a few of the fights and a few of the events at his hotel. So in that way, like, I know he was massive into the UFC. He gave like a lot of opportunity there to the UFC when it was first starting out. So obviously he's for the fighting men, you know what I mean? And yeah, you can tell by somebody like him that he's almost like your granddad, you know what I mean? Like, oh, them old school fighters are better than you young guns, you know? In my day, you can tell he's one of them. So it'll be interesting to listen to, you know what I mean? And I wonder, can they keep him under wraps for that long? Because he's going to say some funny stuff. Because even the fact that he said about Biden, he'd knock him out in a few seconds, was funny yesterday. Like, that's going to catch a few headlines, you know what I mean? So exactly, that's what I mean. So now they pulled a few rabbits out of the hats this time. It's nice to be on this card.
Definitely. Finally then, back to your fight with Andy. You got one final word that you want to say to Andy if he watches this?
Nah, Andy's not going to watch this because he'd be terrified to listen to some of the stuff that I would be saying. Because the man he's not 100%. Even though he's like a chihuahua. He's all back, and once you turn around and you put it to him, he runs away. You know what I mean? I put it to him a few times and he's backed up and ran away. Until I said it to him, and then when I said it to him, he had to be confrontational and push me. Because obviously, you know what I mean? That's why I was just laughing. I was just enjoying myself out there. But, there's nothing I want to say to him. I don't really care for him. I'm just focused on me. I want to give a massive shout out to MK Global for getting me this opportunity. I'm really appreciative for this type of opportunity. My manager is a blading legend, and just get me on these cards. I'm very appreciative, you know what I mean? Every day above ground is a good day for me, and I'm very happy and I'm very blessed to be here. Thank you for this interview. And yeah, life is good. I'm enjoying myself. I'm enjoying life right now. Life is good. I have 2 beautiful kids there that I'm very proud of, and I'm looking forward to getting home to see.
Likewise, me too. I'm looking forward to getting home and see my family. Jono, that was a perfect way to end this interview. It's my pleasure to interview you. You know, I always enjoy my time with you, Jono. We always have a good crack as well. So thank you so much for doing this Fight Folk TV. Tomorrow's fight night, I can't wait. It's your fight. I've got these legends on the card, but for action-packed, real boxing, it's your fight I'm looking forward to because of all the beef and all that. But Jono,
I appreciate it, brother.
See you soon, my man, and thank you.
Thank you. God bless.
Peace.